You'll never get rich if the only way you earn money is by working with a cap on how much an employer is prepared to pay you for your time and only a limited number of hours that can be spent working. Hard labor has value, but it's not the only way to get rich. If you want to be wealthy and have enough money to buy whatever you want and retire comfortably, you should look beyond that. Take a look at why exchanging your time for money isn't the greatest option in order to discover what you should do instead that has practically no limit on how much you can earn. Welcome to Cashflow Canvas, where we teach lessons about investment and money-saving techniques. If you want to make your financial future better, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. The income earned through working as an employee or trading time for money is generally low. Regardless of your education or position, even some of the highest paid individuals who studied for years and received a higher education do not have the ability to earn an excellent income when compared to other ways of making money. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, a physician has an average annual income of $280,000. While an engineer may earn around $100,000 per year, obtaining a six-figure income does not sound too awful. It is doubtful that someone earning this amount will ever become immensely wealthy. Physicians and engineers are relatively well-paid professionals who can earn a decent living, but such earnings will not make them wealthy. According to Robert Kiyosaki, your boss's duty is not to make you wealthy. Rather, your boss's job is to ensure that you receive your paycheck. It is your responsibility to get wealthy if you so desire. When someone is employed for a job, the compensation and responsibilities of the job are presented so that the hire can decide whether or not it is a good fit. Fair compensation for the amount of work they'll be expected to do. From an employer's perspective, they're trying to get the work completed at the lowest cost to them as a business, and they're leveraging their employees' labor to make more money. It's not their job to pay their employees so much that they quit working for them if the job isn't right for them. If your employer's remuneration isn't fair, it's your job to move on to the next chance, which could include finding a new employer with more acceptable compensation or doing something else with the prices of everything you buy, from groceries to vehicles to clothes, rising consistently. Are you witnessing an equal or bigger gain in your pay? During a period of extremely high inflation, your income should have increased at the same rate as these household items. Simply compare the price of groceries to your paycheck, and you'll notice the unsettling changes that are resulting in a tighter and tighter budget for your household. There may be times when inflation is non-existent and wages do increase. However, during inflationary periods when budgets are being squeezed, relying on an income that does not move in accordance with consumer goods prices makes it difficult to manage from year to year. This should have you scratching your head and thinking of a better solution. People who trade their time for money, in reality, pay more. When compared to entrepreneurs and investors, they pay the highest in taxes. Warren Buffett, who has a net worth of approximately $100 billion, has stated that he pays a lower tax rate than his secretary. In 2007, he performed a poll to compare his employees' tax rates to his own and discovered that he paid a total tax rate of 17.7%. while the average tax rate for his employees was 32.9%. Of course, even though Buffett's tax rate was much lower, he still had a much larger tax bill than his employees. One reason for this is that employees have very few tax deductions that can reduce the amount of taxes they pay. There are only so many hours in a week after you spend time sleeping, eating, resting, and getting ready for work, job and time spent with family. There's only so much time that can be spent working, and most people don't want to spend every waking minute at work. Trading your time for money means you're limited in how much you can earn. Working 40 hours per week means you bring in X amount, but what if you want to work more hours? If you want to double your annual income, you'd need to work 120 hours per week unless your boss is willing to triple your compensation. You can see how tough it is to double or triple your income if you rely solely on that one source of income. Fortunately, workers can utilize their earned income to develop exponential wealth by saving a portion of it and strategically investing in something with greater upside potential. Investing in assets that increase in value, produce cash flow, generate compounded returns, and do so whether you work or not is what will make you wealthy. Put the money you make from your job into these assets. Investing in assets ensures that you have something to show for each hour spent at work and that you do not become locked in a never-ending loop of going to work, earning money, spending it all, and repeating the process. Typically, these assets are things such as index funds, ETFs, stocks, bonds, and real estate. You could also invest in something like a business where you provide a product or service. Running a business could mean hiring employees who help you generate income even when you're not actively working, allowing the business to be more productive. If you pay your staff well, it will be satisfied and provide them with a comfortable workplace. And you're happy as the owner because they're helping you earn money. If you have to work, therefore, to make money, this is basically a job. The business should have very high or unlimited potential and the possibility of providing you with passive income as the business grows and provides more. It increases in value and can be sold as a result of the revenue. The way income is taxed is a significant advantage of investing in assets such as stocks, bonds, and real estate. In addition to running your own business, investments are taxed differently than earned income, and there are numerous methods to invest depending on the sort of investment. Paper assets can help you lower your tax liability. You can reduce your taxes by investing in a retirement plan such as a 401k IRA or a Roth IRA. If you do not use these accounts, a large portion of your earnings will be taxed as capital gains. When you compare capital gains rates to ordinary income tax rates, you can see why this is preferable. Investing in real estate is also extremely tax efficient, with investors frequently paying little to no tax. Owning a business could also save you a fortune in taxes due to the numerous tax benefits available. As a business owner, you earn income, pay bills, and pay taxes on the income that remains for tax purposes. This is frequently little to nothing once every single allowable expense has been deducted. Even an owner operating in an extremely profitable business could pay little to no tax with the assistance of a tax professional. Business owners are given this preferential tax treatment because they create jobs and spur economic development in addition to the ability to earn money. Even if you're not working and receiving preferential tax treatment, the best part about investing in assets and businesses is that the potential profit is basically uncapped. Income for an employee has a low ceiling when compared to these other options, which have no limit on how much money you can earn. Year after year, your earnings will double or triple, doubling or tripling your income. It is also incredibly difficult for a worker to trade time for money. Investments that compound will generate more and more profit each year. However, if exchanging time for a salary is the only method you earn money with a restricted number of hours in the day, you will not become wealthy. You must seek a day and a cap on the amount of income you can earn. Alternatives put your money in assets and businesses that will allow you to earn significantly more money in the long run. As we conclude, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you found value in this video and learned something new, and I look forward to seeing you in our future videos. I would deeply value it if you could like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support will help us to create more valuable content, and we can work together to secure your financial future. What are the key takeaways from this video that you can share in the comment section?